25th after losing 3 in as many days out in Maui. We are underway. They are standing, and it is the Longhorns with the first possession of the game. And
to block that shot, and that got Texas out in transition.
Solo Ball, the lefty who is shooting it extremely well this year, comes into the game.
Well, the first thing they have to do better defensively is guard the ball. You know, if you can't contain and stay in front of the ball, that puts your defense in rotation, and that's when the big guys pick up some fouls. And a great pass from Alex Caravan
is now in for Texas, number 21 in white. This is Johnson, averaging almost 21 a game, lays it in softly with the left hand.
Yeah, that's true, but
yep.
Good screen.
And Reed with a slam, 11-4 UConn.
And Hurley actually called him Phoenix today. He says, "Come on, Phoenix, do this." I was like, wait a minute, that's his nickname now?
Johnson trying to back down Diarra. Got the shot off over him and hits a tough turnaround. Longhorns are smaller right now. They are without some size. Jason Kent, a 6'8" grad student, a transfer from Indiana State.
And to your point on size, they've gotten the ball to Terrace Reed Jr. on out-of-bounds plays. There he is again. Nobody there to stop him.
And an and one opportunity. The foul on Caden Shedrick. Open man. And the three a little bit short there for Ross, but the follow goes for Caravan, and it is all UConn right now here in Austin. You don't get anything easy. You got to work hard for everything that you get, and you can see that in the way that he plays the game. Caravan for three.
They run just beautiful offense.
And they have a commanding 16-point lead. Weaver to the rim, and he slams it in.
Hard drive. Just gets a little ball screen and on the move and takes it all. A little woo-woo.
Remember, we were here last year. Baylor was in here. Remember the job he did on Jacoby Walter?
Back, and then Trey Johnson going on the far side to knock that ball away from Jaden Ross. Takes it the other way. Really good defense. A little more want to on the defensive end for Texas.
Foul on Mahaney, 16 foul on UConn. Tremont Mark just checked back in and knocks down the baseline jumper.
Just his 5th game of this young season. But he is a talented player that lights it up in a number of different areas.
But Solo Ball can do that about as well as anybody around right now. Got it back, lost it again, but it bounces to his teammate in Caravan, who hits another three. Pope well guarded by Diarra, now into Shedrick. He checks the shot clock. Driving on Johnson, the reverse up and good.
To get wider. He just plays too much up and down, and Shedrick's able to get around him to the other side of the bucket. And that's just where Johnson can't foul there. He needs more space.
28-16. UConn has had a healthy lead for almost all of this one. McNeely, a beautiful find to the cutting Solo Ball.
Really good defensive job by Diarra, forcing Johnson to his left.
Ball with a great shot fake. The step in, the scoop, and the layup. He reached for his left shoulder. And remember, he had surgeries on both shoulders prior to last year. Another three for Solo Ball. Diarra trying to turn the corner on Pope. Kicks it back out. McNeely hits the three. Boy, we got two extremely talented freshmen.
McNeely does a really good job of relocating off this penetration. When Kendall Weaver went to reach in, he turned around and McNeely was gone. Maybe they can run a little better offense with him trying to distribute the ball and get them organized.
He and Pope basically splitting the minutes. Another great feed. Diarra finds Caravan, and it has been a passing and cutting clinic by Connecticut here in the first half. Kaluma, the step back, and it goes. Mark. Kaluma for three, and it'll go.
I think part of the problem was their switches were lazy. You know, they're switching everything.
Boy, tough shot. That's just good offense beating good defense right there.
Throughout this game, they've done that very, very well.
Johnson now 4 for 9, 8 points. Kaluma leads Texas with 10. Samson Johnson didn't play much in the first half. Shedrick looking to hand it back. Four to shoot. Mark hits the three.
He's not a great three-point shooter. He can make threes.
Caravan back to Johnson, up and in, and a chance for three as a block is called.
And he does finish plays pretty well, but one thing he can't do is getting in wrestling matches down in the low post. That's where he's going to pick up fouls.
Caravan, step back, three is pure. Here's Johnson, and again, look at the defense by Diarra. Diarra is doing his job, and Johnson makes another tough shot. Dan Hurley is saying that Pope was too close. He was in the cylinder there, and Diarra didn't have a choice, but there was no whistle on the play, and another great pass. This time it's McNeely finding Johnson.
The terrific cut getting to the front of the rim by Samson Johnson.
Third assist of the game for McNeely, and now a slam at the other end for Shedrick.
Just a miscommunication.
Diarra up top. Johnson the slam for Hassan Diarra.
Diarra has been outstanding. He's run the team and then he's defended very well. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah.
But that's the problem when you have a smaller defender.
He is from Garland, Texas, the greater Dallas area, just north of downtown Dallas, about a 3-hour drive from here, and he has heated up a lot.
And you need stops right now. Texas isn't going to get back in this game by just making shots. They're going to have to get stops.
Kaluma for three. His second three of the game. Johnson the handoff to Diarra. Got it back and slams again.
That's a set play. Johnson comes out of that corner for the little handoff action. He immediately slips to the bucket, gets the pocket pass. He's basically coming up from the corner, and that leaves him wide open for the slip to the basket.
And now 8 assists for Diarra. Pope, a corner three. At Duke, and certainly there's no shame in losing to a top 10 team on the road, but it seems likely, I believe, that Rick Barnes and the Volunteers will be the #1 team in the nation as of to try to cut into this deficit. At one point, UConn led by 22. It's still 15. Ball is still loose. Johnson's got it, and it's down to 12.
And play defense with your chest.
Caravan into Johnson. It won't go, but the follow will for Diarra.
Got 2 on the ball, and Johnson again slips out right to the basket.
Looks for Samson Johnson. This one wouldn't go, but Hassan Diarra there for the putback. 4 points now for Diarra to go along with a career-high 9 assists and another block shot. I think Caravan got it.
Two know each other from the McDonald's All-America game, AAU play. It's not the first time they've come across each other.
Played high school just about 15 miles apart. Johnson, step back three, another one. How good is this kid?
There's the wide pin for Johnson.
Diarra back on Johnson. The floater this time. Good show there by Kaluma, but there are 2 Longhorns out on the defender on the perimeter. Somebody's open, and it's the wrong guy to leave open. Wants to clear out, wants some space to drive. Kaluma, yes! Well, it's probably just one season for Johnson, obviously, here in Austin with the kind of pro prospects that he's got. But it looks like it's going to be a great one. But Terrace Reed Jr., another big bucket and another possession for Texas. Johnson, great find. What a feed to Kaluma. Ball to Diarra with 10 on the shot clock. Diarra on the drive this time. And the follow is good for Caravan. This is a 3-year-old building, and it's the first time a non-conference team has come into the Moody Center and won after the Longhorns previously had been 21-0. Caravan 21-11. Hassan Diarra, a career-high 11 assists. Solo ball, 4-3, 16 points to offset a great game by Trey Johnson and a great game by Arthur Kaluma as well. But it's just a little too many weapons for Dan Hurley's Huskies today as they were able to fight off what Kaluma and Johnson were able to do for the Longhorns.
Well, the team that gets the better shots, the better quality of shots, oftentimes wins. And UConn got better shots from tap to buzzer in this game than Texas did.
So UConn goes to 7-3 on the season, and the Longhorns drop to 7-2. And Chris Budden has a smiling, winning coach.